Howdy YouTubians. I wanted to show you my latest toy. It's a Kodak Pageant sound projector, model AV-256-TR. This was made according to the inspection stamp inside the cabinet. It was made in 1963. The 256 indicates that this is the 25 watt sound amplifier. There's also a 12 or 13 watt, that's the AV-126-TR. The TR indicates that it is fully transistorized, solid state, no tubes. I picked this up for $25 including tax, and I'm real happy with it. It did have problems. It was missing the ground prong on the plug, so I replaced the plug. So it's nice and safe. The big deal was that the take-up spindle was missing. So I didn't have any spare take-up spindles, so I Mickey Moused one using some washers, fender washers, a machine screw, and some aluminum tubing. And it works real good. I'll show you some of the features of this projector. I had seen on the internet that that this is a very quiet projector and that it's very film friendly. I've run a couple of reels of film through it and I can confirm that. This is going to end up being my go-to projector for showing movies. I'm really happy with it. Show you some of the features of this thing. It's got tone balance, volume control, has a very old vintage microphone plug. You can run the film silent, and if you want to have voiceover, you can plug a microphone simply by flipping this switch and going to the microphono side. You can run your audio from your mic or from a phonograph or some other audio source. The projector doesn't have an internal speaker. It has an external speaker on the case. And I'll tell you what, this 25 watt amp is loud. So there's no problem with audio on it. I'm going to string up some film in it and I'll show you how the thing works. Okay, I have the film threaded through the projector. Before I run it, I want to show a couple of features. There's the amplifier switch. That activates the exciter lamp. Notice this right here. It's the fidelity lever. That's not a tone control. You've already got a tone control here and your volume control. The fidelity lever moves the focus of the exciter for optimal sound. I'm going to read what the instruction manual says about sound optics. Focusing the beam of light from the exciter lamp is extremely important. It is accomplished by moving the fidelity lever. The sound track running along one edge of the film can be on either surface of the film, depending upon what type of film is being used. Figure 9 illustrates the proper position of the beam for each of the two types of film. One threaded with the emulsion side on top and away from the sound optics, A, and the other with the emulsion side on the bottom and toward the sound optics, B. So there's the illustration there. Let me see if I can focus it. There. So the bottom line is moving the fidelity lever up or down will allow you to find the optimal focus point for the beam of light hitting the soundtrack of the film. So I'll demonstrate that. So we have our amplifier on. Let's turn the motor on. Sound.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void.
Okay, now notice. Okay, the sound, I have it on minimal sound right now. This film has a lot of splices. And the thing that I really like about this projector is that it handles splices very well. It's very, very kind to film. I like this projector. But anyway, there's your volume. It's a 25 watt amp. It's very loud. I'm going to turn it up a little here.
And rain poured down upon the hard-used surface for countless centuries.
Okay, here's your tone.
The restless seas rise. Fine boundaries are contained. Out in their warm depths, the miracle
Now notice when I adjust the fidelity lever.
infinite variety, living things appear
The sound's muffled.
and reach the land, leaving a record of their coming.
That sounds optimal.
Of their eventual end.
Okay, so that's what the fidelity lever does.
Where 15 million years later, in the upper reaches of the Amazon, man is still trying to reach.
My homemade spindle is working pretty well. I do have to put a little lock nut on it just to snug it up against the arm so that it so that it won't fall out. That's a problem on rewind, not on forward motion. Anyway, so that's how I've got it set up. We're watching The Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Castle Digest version, which I really like. It's a nice, concise presentation of the great movie, only you don't have a million instances of the Creature's theme song, which can be kind of irritating. Anyway, it's a great little digest. I'm proud to have this on 16 millimeter. There's the Gill Man. I'd like to show the rewind function of this Kodak Pageant model. It's kind of a unique system. In order to run it in rewind, let's try to get it focused there. Come on, silly camera. Anyway, notice that it has a forward and rewind direction. So I have the film set up for rewind. It's bypassed all of the sprockets and gates and blah, blah, blah. Here's the reverse lever. What I'm going to do is put the motor forward. It's not really moving right now, and I'm going to flip down the reverse lever. And there it goes. It's now rewinding. My little homemade spindle's working well in reverse. That lock nut is necessary. It's just finger tight, but until I can find a permanent replacement, this is going to have to do. So there you are, the Kodak Pageant sound projector model AV-256-TR. If you run across one of these at a good price, I would recommend you snatch it up. It's a really good projector, very well made, very film friendly, and has great audio. Have a nice day.